We've seen some crazy driving in our time, but this video is extreme. It was filmed in Australia by an American YouTube star who admits even he was terrified by what he witnessed.
There's someone in there somewhere. Yeah. Oh God. To get out. Well, that's a Jason problem. Let's get out of here, boys. Oh no. Bear with me for a moment. I am interrupting this video because today is your last day to win the R34 GTR front swapped Nissan Stasia. From when this video goes live, there's only going to be a few hours left. So if you haven't gotten your entries yet, make sure you head to SAMMIT.net right now and place an order. Every $1 you spend automatically gets you an entry for your chance to win. For more information, the official rules are on the website. Guys, don't miss out on this. I can't wait to see which one of you get it. Good luck, and let's get back to the video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We are at Calder Park Raceway here in Melbourne. Everyone made it. I don't really know where we left off on the last video. So much has been happening. I haven't even filmed that much, but welcome back. I'm glad you're here. We are about to go out and do some first laps. We had to do a bunch of maintenance stuff and change a ton of stuff and make sure we met scrutineering and all that type of thing. But we are back, and the car is ready to head out. Oka-chan just started up his car. Go have fun, boss. Atsuin there. It's really hot. He's in this really cool rental. Got some Yashio factory stuff on there. It looks great. 1J ZS14, he's feeling at home. Hands down my favorite car at this event. Little biased, it's pink, but it just ticks all the boxes. This is what I'd want my coupe to look like. I love the livery. Everything about this is nice. That's sick. Hey Grant!
Hi Sam!
Take me for a lap!
Come on, let's go!
Yay! Got a little bit of an understanding of the track now. 2 laps. Thanks, Grant.
Of course, thank you, Sammit, for being here.
Now I know what I'm working with. Should be mint. All right, Loki, what are we working on?
We have a 32 mil aerospace salt plug. Just a little overkill.
Yeah, I don't know if I would ever recommend this oil pan just because who needs a 32 mil?
Total capacity 9 liters.
9 liter oil pan?
That's a lot of oil. Give me a bag just in case.
I don't think we have any rags.
Oh, you got a loose? I'm ready for this.
Oh, God.
There's either gonna be, I think it's gonna come out really far.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
There's...
Alright, just FYI, there is milky stuff.
No, don't point it at me.
I'll show you that if milky stuff comes out, it wasn't Sam's motor.
Yeah, the milky stuff in the pan is from someone else.
Are you ready?
There's no way this is gonna end well. Oh my God, that's gonna fill that in 3 seconds.
I'll go get an email.
Oh, actually, you know what?
That's not 6 liters. Ready?
3? No, just put it on top of it, Corey. Put it on top now, yeah. Yeah.
Thanks,
We're good,
Corey.
we're good.
Thank you, Corey.
You know what?
Oh, the legend.
You know what? I get it. Look how fast we just did an oil change. You know what? I was like, I can't recommend this, but now I want this on all my cars.
SAMMIT NASCAR, yo.
That's insane. And now I understand why it's so big. That's what she said. Anyways, the oil looks good. We mint. Oil change, ready to go out soon.
Let's alcohol up.
So as I head out on the track, I start to kind of feel out the car. Remember, this is a completely brand new build and I'm expecting some issues. Right away, when I start kind of like swerving side to side, I start feeling what I'm assuming is some steering bind. Just from this little bit of movement in the front end, it was clear. And then I did a little bit of a drift here to kind of test it. and it was all over the place. So this kind of got me a little worried going into some laps. That there was my throttle getting stuck pretty much wide open. It's pretty scary. The throttle body shaft bent because it hit the bonnet, but we don't figure that out till a little bit later on. Something that I did here as a little trick to get myself off the track was I left the car in gear and I would use the ignition switch to kind of turn the engine on for a second and shut it off before it revved too high, just to kind of limp off the track. Quick smack of the hammer and the shaft is straight again and I head back out. I have to say, this felt insane. I've never felt a car while driving where I didn't actually know where it was going to go, because everywhere I pointed the wheel, the car just went in a different location. It was very bizarre. The wheel was super twitchy, a lot of steering bind, and it was just all over the place. And the best way I can describe it is just like, it was like kind of crab walky and just nothing made sense. Whatever input I gave it, it just wasn't responding how it should have. And to top it all off, the throttle got stuck again at about 2,000, 3,000 RPM.
We just keep bending the throttle body shaft. We think it was hitting on the hood, so we bent it away a little bit more. That was very scary, and we have a ton of binding issues, which kind of makes sense because we've got just normal cut and shut knuckles with a rack move 50 millimeters forward.
I mean, thanks UPS.
Yeah. So, we do have a bit of good news with that though. This should help solve our issues. Just Engineering managed to get this out to us. There was a little issue with UPS, so I'm not happy at them, but Just killed it, and we managed to get this just in time before we left Brisbane. So we're gonna try and throw this on, which will help us mediate the whole like rack being moved so far forward situation. But yeah, we obviously have a little bit more work to do too and test this thing out. It felt good, it felt light. This thing has tons of power. The in-car footage will show you like 3rd gear clutch kick, no problem. I even did a little 4th gear clutch kick on the straight and it loved it. So I'm pretty excited. The car feels really light and agile, so hopefully we can shred once we get this thing kind of set up a bit better. Corey just got here.
With goodies!
We got the wheels, guys.
Look at that.
Another miracle happened for this build.
We've become the kings of last minute.
Yeah. So we got a ton of stuff. These guys literally made it happen. Overnighted these from Canada, I think. Let's go! Dude, slap that on the car right away. Let's do it.
You do the honors, sir.
Important. Test fitment before mount. Okay, yep.
Throw it in the bin.
Woo!
Woo! Flashboard.
Now we're talking.
How we sick.
Let's go.
Put it on.
Yep.
Put it on.
Yep. Quick, slap it on the front. Woo! Dude, that's definitely some poke. Let's just give it 10 degrees of camber. We've been mint. Stretch some 235s on that.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna definitely hit that coil over there.
Yeah.
These are probably for the rears though.
Yeah.
We definitely need spacers. Well, we got the kit on, guys. This is what it's gonna look like tomorrow. We gotta do some clearing. Oh, we're stuck on the fender on the other side, aren't we?
Yep.
Oh, we're stuck on the bumper here. We got some clearancing to do tomorrow.
Wow.
Ooh. Can you lift the fender a bit? Oh no.
Yes.
Woo! I'm hitting on nothing on this side, a lot on the other side. Yeah, we're gonna raise this car super high, D1 spec tomorrow. We're gonna be mint. Probably give it like a bunch of camber, tuck her in the guard, raise it really high. D1 spec, we'll be mint. Rake it. Damn, it looks good with the 18s on it. Oh man, it's gonna be good. Nice and jacked up in the air. We're gonna make this thing Stancy Boy, reverse Stancy Boy spec. It's gonna be good. Good job, Loki. Killed it. Ben, come over here, give me a high five. You slayed today, man. Probably can't see you because of the lighting, but we're done.
Let's go sleep. Oh yeah, this guy too, absolute champion. Made things happen for us today. I'm just gonna call him Suspension Master. And Oka-chan, he wants a high five too. Yoo! Good job. He supervised us the whole time and answered questions about suspension for me all day. I just got back to the hotel. I'm pretty exhausted and we got to be up super early tomorrow. I'm pretty excited about the car. I can't really be mad about anything. We built that thing so fast. That car, when I bought it, was always kind of like a shell. So the fact that I'm even driving it now feels insane. It feels incredible. It feels like, I don't know how to describe it. The sense of accomplishment of just doing a couple laps and yes, so much stuff broke or went wrong and it didn't feel good or anything. But just a sense of accomplishment that we got to drive that thing, and that thing has literally been sitting for 10 plus years and never really been driven, ever. We knocked it out last night. We were here so late and we got it done. We cut it out, rewind her up and show us what we're working with. Look at this. We're going in backwards, baby. Look at that. Woo! Oh, I'm excited.
Whole different car today.
Whole different car. I mean, it's been a different car every time I've driven it. This is gonna be good.
This time it'll be a good one.
Yeah. Nice and high in the front. D1 spec. Let's send it. Some kind of issue with that idle control valve, so it's kind of a little hit and miss, but we'll just have to drive through it and we should be okay. So we've rectified the throttle body issue, the angle issue, and now our idle control solenoid is pretty much failing. Should be fun. And also I just plugged VCT in, just went, let's send it. Okay, pause. It's Sam from the future because we need to point this out right here. These were the two biggest hints that were the car telling us that something was wrong. First of all, listen to the note of the car. It's changed, something's different, and I should have picked this up, but wearing a helmet and being excited to drive and all that kind of stuff and everything else going on, it's hard to hear, but listening to it through the camera while editing is very obvious. And the second thing was the idle control. It wasn't the idle control solenoid, and I will get into more detail why we thought it was that later on, but the fact that we couldn't control idle and it was kind of idling high, was another big hint that something else was going on. But what was probably the final nail in the coffin was just like I said. I went full send and I plugged the VCT gear in despite how it was broken and making that terrible sound. Well, you'll see ultimately what the results were and what that caused.
motor just blew. Yeah, we just blew a motor, I think. Something went bang in a bad way. This is why I love electric power steering, because I can still steer the car when we're getting towed and there's no engine drivetrain. I think the motor's toast. Try cranking it. Stop. Look at all the smoke coming out of the breather. This doesn't look good. Either we lost timing or something went, like maybe we lost, I don't know. Something's not right. It definitely sounded bad. I won't be surprised if we bent valves or something, you know? Something went kind of bang. I think it's this one, bro.
That's it, busted one.
Oh, it ain't coming.
Knuckles.
Something let go in there bad.
Yeah. Something let go in that cylinder.
Oh, and it smashed the
Punch the piston.
yeah, smashed the spark plug up in.
There you go.
One's hit.
So 4's done.
I can get the brake bar in a sec.
See, that's got me worried. There's like little deposits of like
Metal.
aluminum everywhere all over it. I don't know how well the camera can pick it up, but every plug that we've been able to pull out has like little shavings of metal on it.
The
end of the plug's pretty mushroomed a bit.
Oh, Ben, I'm sorry. You're probably just as disappointed as I am.
100%, man. Just so close to sending you out there to rip. It was all starting to look good.
Yeah.
Oh, before that happened, it was baking out there. It was real.
I was starting to feel good in it. Yeah, I worked out all the little like things to figure out on the car, and I was ready to slay.
We just finished fixing
gotta get a lead up.
the
Oh!
Holy!
That's done.
Wow.
Honestly, don't know.
That head's torched now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dang.
Is that piston stuck up?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The rod let go. The rod let go.
Yeah. Was it Ford's rod?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's
It could have snapped a bolt. It could have snapped a
yeah, because all the other cylinders are down.
This is all piston. This is all piston. Look at it.
Yeah, you can see the piston's a big mark in it.
Take my phone.
It's all piston. All piston. Well, the good news is the head's done.
I think the piston's in pieces. Literally. I can see chunks of metal.
Well, that explains why there's shavings on all the other plugs.
Yeah.
It would have gone straight back through the intake and gone on everything.
Yeah, so it's
That's all piston.
that's a rod bolt.
That is, it's just
So we broke a piston.
Wow.
How do you feel?
Green button.
High compression rotor.
Stop.
Holy.
Yeah, the piston dead. Yeah.
Big chunks of something in there.
So what's interesting, looking at this, the piston's still intact. It's just got a huge hole in it.
She'd be right, eh?
Can be well.
She'd be right.
No.
I mean, it could just be sitting there loosely on top of the rod. But something, it definitely smacked it.
Piston's not moving. Or the,
Wait, maybe the head's okay then. Oh no, it'd be
no,
munched
it
down.
would have shafted the head with the plug and everything.
Sounds like current.
Alright, anyone got an RB25 Neo for sale? RB28, RB30, single cam, let's go!
Single jingle.
Yeah.
JZ.
We're in the AU, boys. Hopefully, I mean, this thing has an RB20 Neo in it. Hopefully it'll be alright. Haven't had the best luck with RB20 Neos, eh?
Next up, we've got. Is this Sam Lucas? Is Sam Lucas now in a ute? Is that what
He's
happened?
Uten.
He's Ute. Sam
Utilizing.
Lucas has taken a ute. It's an RB powered ute.
The RB powered ute has it because why not?
And he's going to try and attempt to put a score on the board here in a car he's done no laps ever in even this chassis type of car, nothing.
And he hardly got any laps in his S chassis and dipping a tire off, kind of figuring out where the rear end of that thing is. It's probably a lot further out than any car he's ever driven, but doing a really good job of putting a lap together.
Sam Lucas will be competing in Formula D Japan this year. This is, if you could find the most opposite car to what he drifts usually, this probably would be it. If you, again, the random car generator on the start line shows him ding 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 ding. 4v20 use. It's like, oh, it's like getting Pokemon cards.
There it is.
Like, oh, what did I get? You got an RB20 use. And he's like, no.
We're making it's got cans in the back.
There's cans rolling around from side to. Have you
That
ever
is
in
the
your
most
lifetime,
Australian thing ever.
ever in your lifetime seen a car go around a track with a bunch of beer cans going from left to right in the bed? Welcome to the LZ World Tour.
Alright guys, we're about to do our first battle today. We were in the lower bracket and we're going up against Stewie Bryant. And he's in an RB2032. We've both had about 2 laps in these cars. No, I've had 1 lap in this car. He's had 3, I think. Let's end it. Yo!
Oh, here we go. Stewie Bryant. And he is taking on Sam Lucas in the Keep It Read AU. How can you? What an absolute weapon that is.
Thing has just getting passed around. Everybody's kind of taking it for a turn. LZ even took it for a spin at the end, but let's see what they can do. Quite a bit of a gap. Stewie's flexing the muscles of that R chassis as they come through. Lucas has a lot of catching up to do. Let's see if SAMMIT can make it happen. So far, Stewie Bryant's like, you know what? I'll see you later, mate.
Yeah, he's taking that abstract art work.
I mean, he's there, but he's not there. And he's playing catch up right now. I don't think it's going to be enough. That's gonna
Not enough to recover from.
No, I don't think that's what SAMMIT was looking for. Again, hardly any seat time in that car. Basically, a few laps at this point. Here we go for round 2 of this battle. Let's see what happens with SAMMIT in the lead and Stewie giving chase. I know Stewie's probably not going to be as aggressive as he wants to. He's going to give SAMMIT just a little bit of lead, but not too much. Obviously putting a little more pressure on than Sam was able to do.
Yeah, he was a little bit wobbly, but he started to really in a little bit. Stewie, there he goes. There's the diving. Oh, that is quite shallow from Stewie to catch up there, but he...
Interesting approach. That we had.
Yes.
Yeah. Not envious of the judges right now, but we're going to see what they have to say about it.
Now, we didn't see Stewie return the favor by leaving the road train of gap, but
no,
we did see a little
there
bit
were some mistakes made.
There were some mistakes made.
And again, it's not our job to do that. This is the judges. This is in the judges' hands to see all these little mistakes and tabulate.
I do see that.
And Stewie Bryant gets the win in the moving beer can.
I think I did really well for driving this thing. No seat time whatsoever. I think we did really well. I'm happy. I feel like this is just a classic thing, but the car's going to be on display. It's still a sick build, but we need to let people know what happened. So I'm going to write something here.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna get some tape and I'm gonna put the spark plug there. Hang on. I got this. Everyone now knows what happened to my car. And now I can stop explaining to everyone what happened, right? So it hurt the first time. The second, the third, the fourth, that's just dragging me through the gravel, man. Now everyone can know what happened to my engine, and I don't have to keep repeating myself.
am now back home in Japan. I really enjoyed my time at the LZ World Tour. It is one of my favorite drifting events. It's a competition that doesn't feel like a competition, and we're there to just hang out with all of our friends, drive together, compete a little bit, but mainly we're all there to give back to you guys that watch and support us. And it was so good to meet so many of you guys in Australia, get photos with you, sign anything that you wanted and all that stuff. I really had a good time. But now we're gonna have a little bit of an awkward conversation about the 200SX and the engine failure. And after what we've been able to investigate and look into the engine, we now know that in cylinder number 4, actually in every single cylinder, the intake valves hit the pistons. In cylinder 4, the intake valve snapped off and destroyed everything in there. We are still hoping that the block can be saved. We don't know if the walls or the bore have been destroyed yet. We will know when the head comes off, but we were able to see through the spark plug holes that there are markings in the top of the pistons, pretty much the full length of the intake valve. And here's where things get actually really, really frustrating. Obviously, this is a very unique build and it hasn't been really done before. For getting forged pistons and rods and all that kind of thing. We knew that there was going to be valve clearance issues, and this was one of the reasons why I paid for this to be checked, and I paid extra for a dummy fit with a head gasket and all this kind of stuff so that they could check the clearances. Now, I was told by the person who was initially looking after the car and whatnot that that had been done and there was plenty of clearance. But the first hint that something was not right was at the dyno, because the car just didn't look like 98 fuel. It would ping, it was detonating like crazy with pretty much zero timing. Like I'm talking like zero timing, only 2 to 3 to 5 degrees. Once we put on E85, we were able to put some timing back in it, but really not that much. Now, I assumed that it was probably a little higher compression than usual, around 9 to 5, but now, what we know now, it was probably more like 11 to 1. After going through everything, we know that the pistons that went in there were for a normal 20 DET. Being a Neo, they needed to be more of a flat surface piston. And the DET normal 21s are actually domed, just like with the 25 DET Series 1, Series 2 versus the Neo. The Neo ones are pretty much flat top pistons, and that's what was supposed to be modified and done to the pistons that were going in my engine. Now, this is where things get weird, because I did pay for a dummy fit, and I was told that it was dummy fitted with a head gasket that I had bought, right? Now, we know that never actually happened, because the initial gasket that I bought came with the engine when it was dropped off at Ben and Loki's place, and that gasket was for a normal 20 DET, and that just would not have fitted on the engine for the dummy fit. And in fact, it was still in its packaging and was never even used. Now, obviously at that point, Ben had realized that normal DET gaskets don't even fit on a Neo block, because the water port and the oil gallery is entirely different. So there was that reason, but also the fact that it was still in its packaging. We knew that it was never put on, but I didn't actually realize that until now. So all the signs were there that none of that work had been done, and of course the pistons are domed. So with all that dome, like the dome piston means the compression ratio is much higher and they are much closer to the piston. Now, I don't know if the valve clearance was ever checked. I was told it was, but that was a middle person between the engine builder. Now, we're in this situation where we are going to go talk to the engine builder directly and cross-reference his invoice with the invoice that I paid through this middle person. If I was to take a guess, I think the engine builder probably briefly did check for clearancing, but I don't think he was told that it was a VCT motor, and I don't think that was just taken into account at all, because it wasn't until we plugged in the VCT that we had the issue, and obviously it's rotating that intake cam by I think 15 to 20 degrees, maybe a little bit more, and that's when we really had the contact. But yeah, ultimately it's kind of a crappy situation, but these things do happen when you're experimenting with new engine builds. We will get to the bottom of it, and I will update you guys what we find, what caused it, Obviously, I don't want to point the finger at anyone just yet until we get to the bottom of it. But to me right now, it just looks like it was probably a miscommunication issue. But we will figure it all out so that you guys know, so that if you want to do the same build, that you can too. This engine has so much potential in it, and I'm not going to let this kind of clearancing mistake be the end of me experimenting with this platform. We've already got another engine on the way, and we're working out some custom pistons and all that kind of stuff. I think the most frustrating thing about all of this though was initially the engine builder did say that he was going to fly cut the pistons and bring them back down so that we weren't going to have these issues. So I don't know what happened, because when I looked at the pictures that Ben sent me of everything being assembled and whatnot, the pistons weren't fly cut, and I never picked up on it until now, and it was too late. But anyways, this is just how it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I know a lot happened in this video, and I know we didn't upload for a few days, so I hope you guys enjoy this kind of different format. I think I'm going to start experimenting with longer format videos a little bit, especially when it comes to these kinds of events. I think, you know, uploading like 2 or 3 vlogs from the same event doesn't really make sense. So when I go to events like this, I would probably just stick to more of like a longer, but also a more compact version of everything that went down. So anyways, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Did you like this video? Did you like what we did? Do you want to see more of this kind of stuff? And with that, I'll see you all in the next one. But for now, I guess RIP RB20 DET Neo, and the cursed 200 SX, I guess, is a thing now. See you in the next one, guys. Peace.
Well, we've seen some crazy driving in our time, but this video is extreme. It was filmed in Australia by an American YouTube star who admits even he was terrified by what he witnessed.